into the mall. Chloe takes a look inside and finds a dead person in the passenger seat. Soon people start to use the chance to loot shops and the bags of the missing people. Outside, a huge traffic jam has blocked the streets. On Rayford's flight, some passengers try to make friendly conversation but others don't want to be bothered. Once the plane is flying smoothly, Rayford sneaks out of the cockpit to secretly meet Hattie and show her the tickets Cameron gave him. Suddenly the plane starts shaking and people discover that a bunch of passengers have disappeared. People start to panic as the plane loses altitude, so Rayford rushes back to the cockpit to discover his co-pilot is gone. He immediately takes over the controls to stabilize the plane. Cameron begins recording everything as people lose their minds and begin pounding on the cockpit door, demanding to see the captain. Hattie fails to calm them down and Cameron tries to help her to no avail. Seeing this on the cameras, Rayford turns up the pressure in the cabin and the oxygen masks drop down. The passengers have trouble breathing, so they have no choice but to return to their seats and use the masks. Then Rayford tries using the radio to call for help but nobody answers, and his phone isn't working. Once everyone's calmed down, Rayford returns the pressure to normal and goes to talk to the passengers, using his authoritative voice to make them stay in their seats. He reminds them that panic is their worst enemy right now, so they must stay composed until they get more information. Afterward, Hattie realizes that her fellow stewardess is also gone and runs to the cockpit to ask Rayford for comfort since she's having a breakdown. Since everyone is leaving their seats anyway, Cameron begins recording again and interviewing the passengers. Nobody has seen anything strange and the vanishment happened instantly, only leaving behind people's clothes. A panicking woman runs to the bathroom to consume some happy powder and comes back to her seat saying she knows none of this is real. Cameron tells her to go to sleep while noticing she's written "it's not real" on her hand. A Muslim man thinks they should be praying but another passenger begins arguing with him because they have different gods, so they can't share their prayers. Before things can escalate, Rayford announces he's flying back to New York. At the mall, Chloe manages to make her way through the crowd after lots of pushing and struggling. She rushes to the parking lot to keep searching for Ramy but has to run off when a small plane suddenly crashes on the ground and destroys